Hello, just a quick one. Well, I don't know if it's a quick one actually. I went to 2 charity shops today and the weather is glorious here. Down in sunny Kent, it actually is sunny Kent. Quite a lot of clouds, admittedly, but it finally feels like May is doing what it's supposed to do and being a nice month at last. If there's noise in the background, I've just timed this perfectly when the bin men are coming, so bear with us. Right. What's happening there? Oh, no, that doesn't do that. Oh, morning. LOL33 Mrs. I'm hoping that actually a lot of people are out and about and doing things, but I just thought, because I don't edit and do pre-recorded stuff, I just go live randomly. It's very random actually, most people tell you that. I am indeed most random. Oh, hello Angela, how are you today? How's life treating you? I hope you've got some sunshine. I hope everyone has got some sunshine. I went spending today. Do I need stock? Possibly not. It was nice weather and I fancied taking the old BB van out down some narrow roads, which was quite interesting, it has to be said. I have to keep remembering she's actually narrower than my car. Oh, hello Anne, lovely to see you. It's a small haul today, just 2 charity shops. Just me to sort of go and log what I've got really. I paid £1 for this fellow. I can't remember if these are good or not, but it was so funny I just had to. Look at his little face. They're sort of ugly mugs, face mugs. Ugly Pottery, Wales. They're made in Wales, and this is the proper Welsh one. So I thought that was quite fun. Reminds me of the conversation we were having the other day. Yeah, I thought that was quite cute. I have sold these before. They do all fine. I think some are in more in demand than others. But he's got quite a funny little face on him. So you're listing. Well, keep the company while you're listing. Crack on. Keep working. Yes, I can be a distraction, but you can list and listen, I'm guessing. So doing more than one thing at a time is perfected art. Right, I picked this belt up just because it has studs and I liked it. Here we go. Yeah, had a nice feel to it. How do you get in and out of that? Nah, being dense here. There must be a way to get out of that. How bizarre. I just kind of grabbed it without really thinking. Right. It's a sort of slide mechanism. Didn't really look to see who it was by. I can tell that it's real suede and leather. Just from the feels, really. I love suede and leather myself, so I can kind of tell when it's fake, although there were good fakes about. I thought the studs, it was a little bit steampunky, a little bit boho. These sort of conch-shaped things on the front are quite nice. You're listing too? Well, I should be, but this will get me moving, so I'll get excited about what I've got, and then I will possibly list it. I need to go and get some things for the van, but I'm going to do that tomorrow, I think. Oh, that's a very brave chap. I'm just peering out the window because there's the window, and the chap up the road who owns a nice orange Volkswagen van, you know, the proper camper vans, the ones that look like camper vans, and he's just set off. But he's towing a sort of trailer thing on the back, so he's obviously off for a very fine weekend. But I don't know about towing stuff. I'm not that brave. Right, that belt was £1 and the mug was £1. I guess I didn't say them. This was 50p, and I picked this up because I thought, you know what, I'll need a eye mask for the van because obviously some lights is like to get in. But this one I like because, well, I peeled that off badly. I'll have to do some sticker remover stuff on this. But this is actually the Frida Kahlo one. See the monobrow? The strap's getting in like monobrow. We all know how that feels. Eye mask, Masque de Sommeil, Frida Kahlo by Temerity Jones, London. And if she's worth £1 million, I might sell her. But I was thinking I might use that so that I get some decent kip when I'm away. Next thing I purchased was a dress. Now, I don't know if I went out without my phone. So, and I don't often look things up. especially when they're £2 a pop. I tend not to. But I really liked the style of this dress. This is Urban Romantics. It's rayon. What a cool design. I thought very much what's in this season. It's even got pockets. And we all likes a good pocket. Or has it? Thought it had. Feels like it has. Anyway, no, I think that's the lining. No pockets. But what a cool fabric. And that at the bottom. It's very summery. Yes, Andrew, I could see you in something like this. You'd look fantastic. So it is a maxi dress on most people. Hand washed cold, etc. I don't think it's a fantastic make, but that was a style thing. I thought that's quite cool. And it's a size small. I thought I said 5. Oh God, my eyes are getting old. It's a small, so it won't fit me. But then, much as I quite like the idea of these sort of floaty boho things, I don't tend to wear them. Very strange. Right. Next. I wasn't really going to go for clothes, but nah, why not? Things that will sell for me. Men's trousers. These were £2. That dress was £2. They've still got a lot of things in their £2 sales while it's still running. These are Gantt Trousers, men's. I did leave some blue pairs behind because they were very faded. These have all their buttons, which is quite important, although I have lots of spare buttons. Gantt is an American brand that has a following, I would say. It does have a following. It's nice quality. And these are New Haven, so that's the name of the style. 34. So they're longer, which again I find a longer length of leg is a very good thing. Having a man of longer leg myself, it's not easy to find. 32 just doesn't cut it. Not when you're tall. So I picked up those, and I picked up a black pair, which are maybe the same model. No, they are slightly different, but again, these weren't too faded. And these are regular. These are 34, but they haven't got a style name. So they are just literally a regular cotton trouser. And when they're a couple of quid, they go for reasonable money, I would say. They don't necessarily move quickly, but that's men, isn't it? Hey, washing pots again. Oh, Kelly. Washing pots. I tried to leave that to the husband. Now, this I picked up because it was mad, and I need to wash it because I did spot the stain on the front. But this is crazy. This is very, has a touch of the Green and Commons about it, I always think. There we go. Anyone who remembers the Green and Common ladies. Big buttons. It's actually very, very low. And I mean, like seriously, hiring style pant. Summer dungarees, really. Nice big buttons. Again, it wasn't a brand that I recognised or could even see, I didn't think. But I do, these sort of things move quickly for me. They don't always make lots of money, but they do move fast because everyone loves it. I like handy-pandy things. But you may, yes, you can see. I think this is grease. I think this is someone's lunch. It is the only stain on there, and I'm going to give it a good old go over with some grease removing stuff and see if I can get it out. I hope I can, because these were so cool. They weren't a brand. Yes, we are missing the videos, Kelly. We definitely are. Hello, Dawn, Cherry Paul. Lovely, well, evening, I should say. Good evening to you. And Sunny Oz. The next thing I got is a bit of a risk because it's white. I really try and look over white stuff, incredibly careful. Don't always get it right, but this is a Windsmall jacket. It's a summer thing. I'm hoping someone will want this to put over a dress to dress it up. Hard to tell with the light, isn't it? You think, is that just a light or is there a mark on it? But I quite like this very classic design. It's for sort of somebody with a certain persuasion will go over a summer dress. I think it's a 16 actually, so it's a bigger size, slightly bigger size, good size for resale. I find with this sort of thing, it is indeed a UK 16, and it is linen, 100% linen. So linen season is upon us, isn't it? Or hopefully, if the weather keeps up. Try not to crease that to buggery though, because, well, got nice mother of pearl buttons as well. Some little things. Ooh. wasn't a massive shopping trip in there. This was a shop I'd completely forgotten existed, actually. I thought I really must go in there when I'm on the way to the other one. Okay, let's do this properly. So I hope everyone's good. eBay has been surprisingly productive the last couple of days. I've had a very good couple of days. I don't expect it to last. I've been around eBay long enough to know that, you know, they turn the tap off when they feel like it, or appear to. Actually, no, I'm going to leave that there. So, but I'm enjoying it while it lasts. Little things I picked up, jewellery. I like these. They do sell. It has come off the safety chain. I can probably attach something for that. But it's just a nice little machine engineered 70s or 80s. Nice little bangle. Like I say, not big money, but they sell. These I picked up because they're well funky. Funky in a good way, I mean. I'll take them off the card now. I paid £1 for these. I paid £1 for that bangle. I just liked these. I don't think they're silver. They could be pewter. We'll have a go. But I liked these. They're clip-ons, and they've got that nice sort of glass in them. So they're sort of Scottish type. A little bit on hedging towards bootless, perhaps, certainly more modernist style. Quite liked those. They seem quite nicely constructed. You know, a bit of care and love has gone into the making of. There's no maker. I'll give them a bit of a shine up. I just thought I thought they might be a miracle or something like that. Oh, hello. Hi, Louise. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're good. Hope the yoga's still going well. I just love I love things with glass. I'm a real sucker for vintage glass. So there was those. I paid £2 for this. On and off chance it probably isn't, but you know, I've got to take the gamble, haven't I? And it had a gold pin, so a gold tone pin. This is probably its. Oh, come on, mate. Can't get it off the card. That won't help. Come on. Come on. Because it looks really crappy on the card. I mean, it just looks like nothing. It's obviously vintage. Can I get the little bugger to come off the card? Maybe I can if I do that. There, that. There, done it. Right. There we go. It's a little rose. I'm not seeing any maker. I'm not seeing any marks, but it was worth a gamble, you know. These places do tend to overprice their jewellery, so it's always a bit of a. I'll go over it with a fine-tooth comb, but I think it's probably, if anything, it's gold-plated. Little rose thing. People like roses. What can I say? So there we go. And the actual thing that is probably better. I spotted it in a cabinet, which, considering how scratched up the cabinet is, was quite remarkable. I did pay £2.50 for this, but it is silver, and it's quite old, so the pin's not very secure. I'll get my fat face out of the way. There we go. Oh, hello, sea glass Kaz. There we go. Quite like that. Now I can't work out whether that in the middle is glass or whether it might be lapis. I need to get it under the loop and have a little look. Let's have a look. It's either a very uniform piece of lapis, or, I mean, I don't have one of those fancy gem testers, so I can't really hazard a guess. It is marked somewhere. A very old 925 mark. But I like that as a collar pin. Really rather sweet. It may not go for a lot, but I like the style, and I'm still in the process of doing my learning, so I'm paying to learn a little bit with jewellery. So that was one of the shops. And then I didn't get any jewellery at all in the second shop because they didn't bloody have anything of note. However, we got a few gifts. Oh, wonder I didn't sign in. Well, okay, but let's just close that, shall we? Right in the middle of my screen. Yes, time for a fringe cut. Right, there's a bit of a shoe situation going on here. These were £2. I have just sold sheepskin. They're not sheepskin, they're snakeskin. Kind of effect. I paid £2 for them. They're Russell and Bromley. They're a kitten heel. They're probably quite good for occasion. Pointy toes still seem to be very much in. Kitten heels, and basically they really haven't been worn. I mean, that is extraordinary. Stuart Weitzman for Russell and Bromley, so they are vintage, but they look quite contemporary in terms of condition and style. So for £2, I said yes, please. Not everything Stuart Weitzman goes a treat, because the style isn't always right. Little heels. That's everyone knows the Stuart Weitzman for Russell and Bromley. Russell and Bromley do go well. They're one of those nice brands that people like. I'll come back to those in a minute. I'm sort of working my way down. Now these I picked up. Where's the other one? There it is. Right, I need a bit of a go over with a suede brush. Granted, I do like them, but they are ash. Now ash goes well in America. I need to do a little remedial clean up, shall we say. I need a bit of that's just a bit of mud actually. Yep, that's pretty mud. That'll brush off, no problem. But they're quite nice. I quite like these for me, but I'm not sure. No, they won't fit me. They're 37. They do have leather soles, which have some wear, but not much. Toes are good. There is a little wear to the heel. There is some wear to the heel, but it's not dramatic. It's not awful. And with a nice suede brush and a bit of a tidy up. I think there are people who like ash booties. Had they been my size, in spite of the fact they've got what for me would be a high heel, I really rather like. And in a charcoal grey, who doesn't? A lot of people find suede really difficult to photograph. My tip, and my photos aren't amazing by any means, but my kind of way of getting around that is to photograph in a dull light where you haven't got any directional light coming, just a very dull light, and then they don't tend to show up every little bit of the nap of the fabric. Yeah, they were £2, so I can take the label off from there. It just depends what they've put out. The fact is they seem to price all their shoes £2, apart from the ones they think are worth more. Yeah, which usually means fake Adidas or something like that. So I rarely pay more than that. Sometimes they'll get a bee in their body about a certain branding worth money, and it really isn't. Anyway, right. I paid £2 for this, which looks a bit like a rag at the moment. Let me do it up so I can show you properly. It's silk. I still like to pick up things in silk. It's clearly a vintage, very loose, oversized ladies' shirt. Well, it's all dots. I'm actually looking at it. It could be a fella's. Would a fella wear that? Unless it was Christopher Biggins or something. No disrespect, but yeah, it's quite a size, and it's very boxy, so it could just be an oversized one, but it's in really nice condition. There isn't a silk label. It's the label has been gone, but I know it's silk, and I'm happy to sell it as silk. But yeah, it's not really telling me. There's no brand, there's no nothing. But because of the quirky design, I don't mind if it's not branded. And if I've only paid a couple of quid for it, fair enough. I mean, really, all you need is a mad bow tie with that. You'd be channeling some very strange 80s presenter. Oh, Auntie Sue, of course. Have a lovely day, you two. Have fun. Give her my love. We do love Auntie Sue. And it's proper out as well. That's much needed, I think. Right, so £2 for that, £2 for these. You're going to hear me say £2 a lot. They're still running their sales at the moment. These are Bowden, and they're kind of slightly out of season, I suppose, but water will roll round again quick enough. But they are cropped. So they are cropped. Nice tartany check. I think they're wool blend. They always line everything so nicely at Bowden. Everything's all nicely finished. I'm not a fan of wearing it, but I like the way it's made. I don't really wear Bowden anymore. What size are there? 12 petite. Oh, okay, so they may not be cropped then. That just be me. Oh, Insta message. I'm really crap at Insta, Anne. Varuna wool scarf. Gosh, no, I didn't. Blah. Can you get me on Facebook? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm really, really lousy. Instagram doesn't show me anything, or maybe I'm just really bad with it. Let me know. I hope. Yes, I'm. Scarves still sell at this time of year, so I'm hoping it isn't one that's gone. That would be absolutely awful. But if I've got it, let me know which one it is, because I do keep scarves, and I will see what I can do. And I'll have to go back and see if I can find out what's going on Insta. I am really bad with social media. I can only apologise. I am appalling with it. This was £2. This is Wealth of Nations, London. It's silk again. And it's one of those kind of wrap front, wrap tops. I thought that'd be lovely over a dress or a t-shirt. It is silk again. Silk's lovely. It's so lightweight, but it does keep you cool and it keeps you warm. So I think this is a more modern item, but again, see what often happens with silk is people do take the label out because it gets in the way. But that is absolutely 100% silk, and it is gorgeous. I love a cream as opposed to a white. I think it's a bit kinder to the skin. Who am I on Facebook? I'm Heather Wood. I'm just Heather Wood, I think. I'm presuming. Gosh, let me just pop over. Yeah, I'm just Heather Wood, and you'll know it's me because it's got the little treasure pirate symbol in the corner. If you look up Heather Wood Tunbridge, that may help narrow it down, because there's a surprising number of us around the world. Yeah, but I will go and have a look and see if I can find it. And apologies, and that's really, really bad of me. I go into Instagram and sort of like everything and stuff that people are putting up, but I've never really noticed it trying to message me. Does anyone know who this is? Well, his name's on the front. Curious George. And he smells amazing. I don't know quite why he smells that amazing. He's very firm, which is a good thing in a plush, isn't it? His face is a little bit smooshed. Makes him look more sarcastic than he needs to be. My son loved this show when he was little. Oh, hello, Susan Babwolf. I paid £1 for him, and I think it was just because I thought this was a series from quite some time ago. It wasn't a new series when my son was watching it, and I wondered if it was possibly vintage, possibly something someone would want if their child is enjoying Curious George, which I'm sure still airs somewhere. And it just seemed rather nicely made. I think someone's basically sat on his head, though, because I'm sure it's not meant to be that elongated. Look better now, or have I just made him worse? That's dead in the eyes. Yeah, Curious George. So I don't know. That was a gamble, because I very, very rarely do blush. It's really not my thing. I couldn't resist him, really. He was adorable. I was in that sort of a mood. Right, these I picked up. £2 for two, so £1 each. Oh, I do hate sticky labels all over China. Right, now I couldn't see who they were made by. Oh Christ, all broken into 1,000 pieces. But I thought, how cool are they? I mean, they scream 70s, 80s. That looks like a house with little windows. I'm seeing it at a distance now. Are they exactly the same? How can they be exactly the same? No, they're not. They've also been hand painted. This is like slipware. It's got texture to it, and this is slightly metallic. And of course, I looked on the bottom and then realised they actually have a thing. Now I'm going to see what it says. Let's see what it says. Yeah, it's going to be really difficult. I might have to do a Google search or something. Has anyone seen anything like this before? They are mad. but quirky. Obviously handmade. They've got that sort of ridging in them, which is very much a handmade piece of pottery, and I quite like those. I love the colours in it, actually. These blues and things are absolutely beautiful. Now, that for me is not a proper mug of coffee. That's like half measures. Yeah, that's just saying I like a decent cup of coffee. What else did I get? I got these because these were so 80s. They are 4 curtains, and she's very kindly said that each one is 46 inches deep, 52 inches wide, in a very old bag. But I just thought there was something so kitsch about these. A sort of thing I would have hated, because it would have been around when I was a kid. Let's get one out and so you can have a look. One of the 4. They're curtains. It's one a bit cupboardy. It's got a cow and a duck. It's of its era. They're more like to be used for a prop, unless somebody particularly wants these for their home. There we go. It's basically cow and duck and a chicken. I can see a chicken lurking. Some flowers. Cow, duck, chicken, cow, duck, chicken. Yeah, they're a little bit cupboardy. So I might have to air those for a while. Now the weather's better, I can. I don't really want to wash them, but I thought somebody's doing there was a certain, there was that certain kind of cottage style that people had at that time. And I got 4 of those. So somebody might want the fabric, or might want to use them as a prop. Because as we know, all the film studios are very much, the smaller film studios, I would say, are very much gearing up to film again. I know that because my friend's getting jobs with them. The big film studios kept going anyway. But somebody might want that to prop. And they were £2. So, and I've actually sold all of my big curtains. I had big rose and peony and chintzy curtains, and they have all gone because I find spring and autumn, and when people buy curtains, and I'm only left with literally some sort of red textured-y 70s, 60s, 70s ones. So it's quite chuffed about that. Makes a bit more space in the old lockup. Now these didn't come like this. Just put these like that. Each shoe appears to have its own bag. These bags were stuffed in, and they're proper little bags. Like each one for each shoe. This Moreschi, made in Italy. Now, I knew before I even saw the fact that these were bags stuffed in the shoes, and the one said, I think those might be old socks. I'm like, don't worry. Yeah. They obviously clearly didn't recognise a quality pair of shoes. These were £2. And they're really out there. Let me show you. I think they're meant to be men's, but the quality of the leather on these is incredibly soft. So they have leather soles, nicely done heels. They're 7.5, which is an unusual size. I mean, if that's a fella's size, that's quite small. If it's a lady's size, then it's quite big, but they look more like fella's shoes to me. This is patent leather. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. A little bit of a wipe over will cure. Yeah, just weird shoes. And that actually is the brand. It's like Moreschi, made in Italy. So I'm going to do a bit of investigation on those. They're 7.5. They've got a load of numbers inside. They are absolutely beautifully lined. They must have been very expensive when they were made. They're so soft. That leather is unbelievably soft. Sorry, that's me and textures again. It's like, it's quality. Don't know if anyone will actually want them because they're quite an unusual size and an unusual design. But hey, for £2, I was willing to take the punt. So a bit of research needed there into those beauties. And they're not excessively worn on the bottom either. Tiny bit of wear, worn a few times, but not massively worn through. So there we have it. That's my haul for today. That's all that I got. I think I spent about, I want to say £40. It wouldn't be much more. £40 for that lot. Obviously hope to get back 10 times the amount, because that's my general thing. It doesn't always work out like that, but hey ho. And I'm curious to see how good Curious George is with his little dead eyes. If I knew how to do thumbnails. But there we go. So have a good day, the rest of you. Like I say, hopefully everyone's going to have lots of time to go out and enjoy themselves, because we are set for a fine weekend, a bank holiday with nice weather. I know there's certain bits of the country, I know deep down in the southwest, I think, and I know Ireland are not so much. So you just have to blow it all away. Hope you get some decent weather as well. So take care, you lot. I will see you again soon. And I will say bye-bye now. Bye-bye now. Yes, I do.